It is a beautiful day outside today, and we are gearing up for maple season. We won't be tapping trees yet for a couple of weeks, but I'm heading to the woods because I'm going to meet Warren, and he's hooking up all the main lines to the wet and dry lines because we added on a brand new woods this year. So that's where I'm heading, and he's going to show us what he's been up to over there.
So all day today I've been hooking up these 1-inch main lines into this wet and dry pipe. The vacuum pump supplies vacuum to these 2.5-inch wet and dries. This one's the wet line, which all the sap flows down it. And this pipe is the vacuum line. There's vacuum on both lines, but it's just sap in this one because gravity makes it flow down, and then vacuum supplies to this top pipe. So I'm hooking up these 1-inch pipes into this, and then all the little 5/16 lines connect into this 1-inch pipe. Takes about 20 minutes per 1-inch line to hook these in. So it's a long process. I'll fill up a 5-gallon pail full of fittings, and I'll only get about 8 lines out of one 5-gallon pail. So I gotta put these hose clamps on to hold this lashing. So when I cut it, it doesn't spring away and loosen up along the whole 1.5-inch pipe. So I cut it, wrap it around this hose clamp a couple times so it doesn't go anywhere. Do the same to this side. Someone's calling me. Probably one of my kids. They like to FaceTime me. Probably crew. Okay, I got them on. Now you can cut the 1.5-inch pipe. Kind of eyeball it to see what lines up naturally. And cut it. So cut that. And then I double clamp everything. That way there's less chance for a micro leak. So if you put just one clamp on, a year or two later you might find it leaking. Using a nut driver right now because my cordless impact battery died in it. So I'm doing it the hard way right now. Heat it up so it's nice and soft. I gotta cut like 1.5 inches off of this pipe. So this is our new woods. We just bought it this year. We're hooking everything up. There's about 5,000 taps in this woods. And there's 60 of these 1-inch main lines that I got to connect into these 1.5-inch pipes. It takes about 20 minutes a piece, so it takes quite a while. Gotta throw some wire ties on while it's still, pipe is still soft, so it stays straight. Now I need to do the same thing to the top one. I've already got clamps on it. So the idea behind the two different color lines is if the sap freezes in this blue line, the black line will actually, should be empty and it'll thaw out faster. So sap still has somewhere to travel to the tank down at the vacuum pump house. Okay, I got the wire ties on. Now I can work on connecting the 1-inch line in. I'll install a ball valve on every 1-inch line. That way when we're checking for vacuum leaks, you could close the valve, you wait about 30 seconds to a minute, and then you open up the valve, and if you hear a little whoosh of air, then you know you have leaks. If you hear absolutely nothing, you know there's no leaks. It's the fastest way for us to check all the lines for the first initial walkthrough at least. And once you don't hear any air in all the ball valves, then you walk through and you actually walk every single 5/16 line just to look for any micro leaks that you can't even hear. You could see them, you can see little air bubbles running through the 5/16 line, and that's how you know they're leaking. If there's no leaks, it'll just be full of sap. You won't see any air. Attach this to here. And now we're actually at a stopping point because I'm out of 1-inch clamps. My helper didn't count right. Just kidding. So we'll have to come back tomorrow, keep working on these. I got about 16 done so far. I got 60 total to do, so it'll take a few days. We just walked out of the woods and we're back at the vacuum pump house right now. So all these 1.5-inch lines right here, they go up, they branch out into the woods, and the one wet and dry line is a 1/2 mile long, the other one is 2,800 feet long, and the other one's about a 1/2 mile long. So there's a lot of miles of pipe in this woods. And then they come down the hill and they'll all get plumbed into this building right here. Inside the building we got it's a 15 horse Bush vacuum pump, and that'll actually suck all the sap out of the trees down into this blue releaser right here. So all the sap flows into that, and once it's full it'll get pumped into the storage tank just outside the building. I still gotta plumb this whole building yet. I'm waiting for the power company to hook up power. So then when it's dark outside, I can stop working in the woods and work in here and plumb all this. I got some of it started, but I just gotta finish it. So this is the storage tank. It's a 5,000 gallon tank. And that's the sap pump. That'll pump it into the sap truck. It'll take about 18 minutes for that pump to fill up the truck, and then Dad can be on his way. He does all the sap hauling. I do all the plumbing and electrical, and he does all the sap hauling.
I just got back from the woods, and I'm actually heading out to the barn to feed the sheep. But I just wanted to say, if you guys want any Boxer maple syrup, you can find it at boxermaple.com. We appreciate you all so much. We love you, and we'll see you next time.